YouTube, what's up? How we doing? We are back today with another video, and we are going to be talking thriller books. Now, today I'm going to be focusing on one of my favorite recent authors. This guy's been around for a long time, but just of late, I've been really into his stuff, and I want to make sure you guys know about it and can add his books to your TBRs. Now, today I've got two books side by side here. We'll dive into them briefly. They're both by a guy named Joseph Finder. Now, if you're familiar with some books by guys like Lee Child, James Patterson, David Baldacci, they're kind of in that sort of area, in that they're action-packed. They move along real quick. Stuff blows up. They're just cool, fun books to go along the ride with. So we're going to hop into these two books here today. I'm going to give you a spoiler-free understanding of what they're kind of about, set the vibes for you, and you can decide if you want to jump into them on your own. I think you should. I've really enjoyed them. I think each of these I ended up going through in a week, 10 days. It depends how much you want to read. But what's cool about these books is they are short chapters. So the chapters are, 3-4 pages max-ish. So it's action-packed, cliffhangers at the end of every chapter. So they do move along at a really good pace. And I think they're for any guy that wants to jump into some books. So I'll start with one of them here. This one's called The Switch. Joseph Finder's been around for a long time, but his past couple of years, I think, is when he's had some of his most success. The Switch, I think, was one that kind of switched things around for him a bit. Sorry about that. But The Switch is a cool book. The premise of this story is the guy owns a coffee production company. He makes coffee. He sells it to restaurants, hotels, competing with a Starbucks, kind of brand. This guy runs his own ship. So this guy runs a coffee company, and he's traveling for work one day, setting up some meetings with a fancy hotel. And he goes through airport security. He grabs his laptop out of the line when he gets through. He gets home. He thinks everything's all cool. He opens up his laptop. It's not his laptop. It turns out to be a laptop that belongs to a United States senator. There's state secrets on it, and then the adventure just whirls around all over the place from there. Suddenly, he's a wanted man. He's hunted. He's on the run, and there's lots going on. So it's called The Switch. It's not too big. I think it's probably 300 pages, maybe, in this paperback. So it's a pretty manageable read. It's just a cool story. If you're looking for something fast-paced, check out The Switch. Next one I want you guys to check out, by my guy, Joey Finder, The Oligarch's Daughter. This is, I believe, his most recent book that he's published. Premise of this book, again, we got a guy in the run. So same kind of idea. The difference here is that this is about a guy that's on Wall Street, private equity, hedge fund, investment whiz kid working on Wall Street, doing all kinds of cool things, ends up dating a new girl whose dad turns out to be a Russian oligarch, and this guy gets brought into work for this dad, and things go sideways really quick once he gets tangled up in the world of Russian mobs and money and what's really going down behind the scenes and all that kind of good stuff. So this one also moves along really fast. I read this again, I want to say maybe 2 weeks because it's a little longer. Literally just depends how much time you want to spend reading. But I think it's a good book. So Joseph Finder is who I'm into these days. I think you guys should check him out. I think right now there's a lot of good books that are coming out. Patterson's dropping stuff like crazy, like he always does. But Finder, I think, is sort of in that realm, but a little better. I think Finder has a bit more detail to his books. His stories kind of have a little bit more thought into them. So if you're into a writing kind of style like a Patterson, and that it has short chapters, things just kind of pop up and happen, and excitement gets created, then I think this could be a series, an author for you, excuse me. Finder does write series. He has a character called Nick Heller. I think there's 4 or 5 books in those series. Same kind of ideas, just but with, more, common storyline and character to follow along and grow with. So there's some good stuff by this guy. I only discovered him in the past couple of years. I think he's cool. So I would read more of his books. I think you guys, if you're looking for something to read, you should check him out. So Joseph Finder, I think that's kind of all I had for you guys today. Just a quick one, but a book recommendation. Check this guy out. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button. It does something for the algorithm. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.